So let me get this straight. Zoom is a guy named Hunter Zolomon from Earth 2 who's also named Jay Garrick, goes to Earth 1 as Jay Garrick, and then he finds another version of himself to frame him for all the stuff that he's doing. I'm still confused. Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome to drawittoo. My name's Ramny, and today we're going to draw Zoom from the CW's The Flash. Much like The Flash and Green Arrow, Zoom is a very, very popular request that I have on my channel. So today I thought it would be a great follow-up for the Arrow to draw Zoom from The Flash. Zoom is a very, very cool looking character on screen. Not sure if you guys know this, but in the comics, Zoom looks exactly like Reverse Flash, and that's also one of the reasons why I'm super confused. In the show, he's got a really cool black mask with a really cool black suit that looks very similar to The Flash's. So today I'd love to show you guys how to draw Zoom using only a pencil, an eraser, and any type of white paper. Keep in mind, you guys, that I fast forwarded some of the elements of this tutorial just to keep this video short. Feel free to pause the video at any time so you guys can catch up on your drawings. Having said all of that, sharpen up your lead. Let's get right to it. I've got my paper laid out in landscape form, and I'm going to start by drawing a circle right about the middle of the page. And from that circle, I'm going to draw a line right here, and this is going to start his jaw. Line going down, and from here, a line going down, and then a shorter line. So you notice that this is angled more than this, and then I'm going to draw the chin, just like that. And the way that he's going to be looking is he's going to be looking to the right, so I'm going to draw a center line right there to indicate that. Okay, let's draw the figure first, and then we're going to add the details later on. Let's draw the neck now. And the neck, we're going to start off over here. We're going to draw a short little line going down. Over here, the same thing, short little line, but angled a little bit more than this one. So just like that. From here, I'm going to draw a line going straight down. And that's going to be the center line for the rest of his body. From here, I'm going to draw a line going down to about here. Like that. And here, these are his collars. So that's one collar. And the other one, I'm going to start off at this point, and I'm going to draw a line like this, and then like that. And then from here, I'm going to draw a line from here to here. Okay. Let's draw the shoulders now. And the shoulders go down like that, and then across, and then rounds off to make the shoulder muscle right here. Over here, I do the same thing. Draw a line, angled line, going to the right, and then a line going across, and then it curves down to make the shape or the contour of the shoulder muscle over here. Let's draw the chest now, and the chest is going to be right around here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curve that goes up like this, and then over here I'm going to end up right around here. So I draw a line down, and then another line to meet, and there you go. That is the chest. From here, I'm going to draw the bicep muscle for the arm, and I'm going to draw just a curve going like this. And then the tricep, which is the back of the arm, start off over here, line going out, and then down like this. And then now the forearm, and I'm just going to draw the forearm and end it off right around here, that, and like this. Right around here, I'm going to draw the back muscle. It just goes to the left, and then straight down, and curves a little bit right around here. Over here, I'm going to start off over here, and I'm going to draw a line going towards the center line. Going back over here, I'm going to draw the bicep. The bicep looks like this. So make sure that this line and this line are sort of on the same parallel with each other, and then the tricep muscle here in the back is just going to be like that. And then the forearm, just like that, and here. There you go. Here, let's draw a circle, and this is where his symbol is going to be. And then now I'm going to draw the lightning bolt pattern that he's got on his costume. And I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to draw a line like this, and then another line going back up. And then from here, I'm going to meet this line right here, just like that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. From here, I'm going to draw a line right up to there, and going back up. And then from here, I'm going to meet the armpit right here, just like that. From the armpit, I'm going to draw a line going out and down, and then changes direction like this, and then continues on to about there. And I'm going to go back in, and then gonna come back out like this, and then back in, and out, and then in. And I'm going to leave it like that for now. Let's do the same thing on this side. So a little triangle, like that, and then a line that goes from here, across the chest, down the chest, and goes back to the side, and then it goes down again, like this, and then goes back in, and then another triangle, like that. On the arm now, from here I'm going to draw a line that curves like this, and then up. And then from here I'm going to draw a line that goes across like that. So as you can see, these two curved lines kind of separate the shoulder muscle with bicep muscle and the tricep muscle in the back. Over here, we're going to draw a line that goes across, just like that. And then from here, I'm going to draw a line that goes down towards the elbow. Well, we've got the basics of Zoom's costume down already. I'm going to go ahead and erase some of these guidelines here. I'm going to leave this center line. And in here, I'm going to erase the line in the middle of the circle. Over here, I like to draw another guideline that indicates where his face is going to be. This is his face right here, and this is going to be the rest of his head. And I just want to see how big I want the face to be. So I drew a line from here, curving out, and it makes a little curve, and it meets on the side of the head right here. I'm going to draw the ear first, and the ear is a circle, but we see it at an angle, so it's going to be oval. And I'll leave it like that. Right across it, right around here, I'm going to draw a line that goes across like this, and then I'm going to draw a triangle, or 2/3 of a triangle, up like this. And then from here, I'm going to draw a curve, and then a straight line, like that. And that's one of the eyes. And then same thing over here. The top, I like to make it a triangle. The bottom is going to be curved. Let's draw the lightning motif at the top of his head. And you start off over here. You draw 2 lines from here, up like this, and then here goes up like this. And you can kind of tell already that when I draw that, it does make the eyes look meaner. And it goes back down and out again. Goes back down and out to the back, the top of the head, right there. I can go ahead and erase the guidelines that we made, including the center line, because now that we know where the eyes are going to be, we can confidently place all the other facial features without any guidelines. Now, there are different ways to draw Zoom's eyes, and the version that I like the best is the one where you don't see anything. All you see is black, except for two little dots that show where his pupils are supposed to be, and I like to shade in the rest of his eyes. I think this is a much creepier look to him than glowing lightning eyes or seeing human eyes. This way you don't know exactly where he's looking, and I think that makes him a scarier character that way. Before we start with the nose and the mouth, I'm going to draw the little lightning that is on his ear here. And I'm going to start off right here. I'm going to draw a line going down like this. And then I'm going to make a W shape. So that's one line. And then, there you go. There is the W. I'm going to make the lines bigger, thicker, I mean. But at the ends here, I'm going to taper so that they come together to make a point. There you go. And on this side, you don't really see it, but I'm just going to draw a line going out, just like that. From his eyes, I'm going to draw some wrinkles going down under his eyes like this. And you just start off right here, and then you make lines that go outward. And then at the top, I'm going to draw some wrinkles for the brow. And then I'm going to draw a series of lines that go down. And as you get closer to the sides, they become smaller. Here I'm going to make it different. I'm going to make it a V, and then more lines. That. Now you want these lines to be thicker in the middle than they are at the top, so I'm going to just go ahead and give them some of that thickness. I'm going to draw some sharper curves over here, so I'm going to draw a curve right there. That's for the cheekbone, and then going down. I'm going to bring the chin down a little bit more. And now let's draw some random wrinkles to give his face a creepier look. I sort of made his face look a lot like a skull does, so I also ended up giving him some shadows right here, a lot of shadow around the eyes, and a lot of wrinkles around the brow and beneath the eye here. I gave his cheekbones a lot of definition here, and also some wrinkles at the top for his forehead, and just on the side here, just like that. Okay, I think we're good with the face. Let's go ahead with the rest of the body. Before we add texture and shading to the body, I'm going to go over my lines one more time, just to make them darker. And there you go. Now let's continue with the details in his costume. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create some shading underneath his head here in the neck area. And I'm just going to make that, and I'm just going to make this darker. But most especially, I'm going to create some shadow underneath his head. So that's his head casting a shadow on his neck. Let's draw the lightning bolt symbol. And this is going to be a little bit tricky, but what I like to do is I like to do the letter Z or Z in the middle first. Once you get the Z right, and right in the middle, you'll have no problem with the rest of it. Okay, so that looks about right. So now from here, I'm going to draw a line that goes up, parallel to this line right here. So this line and this line should go in about the same direction. Okay, and then tapers off at the top here. I don't want it to, there you go. Now we'll do the same thing at the bottom. From here, we're going to draw a parallel line, just like this, same direction, going down. Now his shoulders and his arms have some striations to them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lines, some faint lines going across, following the shape of the muscle. So kind of use these lines to give his muscle some definition. On the forearms, I'm just going to draw them diagonally. And same thing on this side, just diagonal. But what I want to do is I want to show the bicep muscle by creating a curve. Like that. The chest is going to have some faint lines that kind of zigzag out like this. Now the trick is to make it very random. Now let's add some shading, and I'm going to start off with the armpit, and I'm going to create some shading underneath his chest and armpit first. So right here is going to be dark, but also underneath the chest, to give it a three-dimensional look, I want to make it dark as well. Now I'm going to create some shadow right here in the armpit, and I'm just going to create some shadow right here in the abs. And now I'm going to create some shadow to the rest of this drawing. You guys can do the same as well. Use your judgment and try to figure out where you think shadows will lie, and go ahead and add some shadow there. Adding shadow will give it a three-dimensional effect. So let's get right to it. And there you have it, you guys. That is Zoom from the CW's The Flash.
that's all the time that we have today. Thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope that your drawings of Zoom turned out great. If you guys are curious about the materials that I used to draw Zoom or the equipment that I used to make this video, I've got links down in the description box below. Question of the day, who is your favorite character from the CW's The Flash? Let me know who and why in the comments below. If this is your first time here, I would love to have you subscribe to this channel. Here I show you guys how to draw many different characters from many different shows in easy, simple, step-by-step instruction. So if that's something that you're interested and you feel like joining the community, come on and hit the subscribe button. And also, if you guys did enjoy this tutorial, be sure to hit the like button, comment below, or share this video with all of your friends. That would help me a great deal. Don't forget to find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I would love to see your artwork, so feel free to send it to me. And as always, you guys stay tuned for more so you can learn to draw too. We'll see you next time. God, it's freaking hot in here.